Can you please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Friday Night Rock Show, Mr. Chris Robertson from Blackstone Cherry. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Glad to be back in England playing some shows over here again for a change, man.
This is good news that you're back. Tonight you're at the O2 Academy in Birmingham. What can we expect from you?
Man, we're actually playing the longest set we've ever played on this tour. We're doing like 17, 18 songs a night. Just a Blackstone Cherry show, man. Anybody that's been can tell you what it's like. But it's a longer one and a better one.
I'd like to ask you personally, how are you finding it being so suddenly gratefully appreciated by the UK public?
You know, it's really hard to describe because we're from America where it's radio is the whole ticket to everything, and it seems like over here from the get-go the fans have just been all about the live show, and to come back and have a completely sold out tour is something that's pretty badass, man. It's hard to describe.
Now, Chris, something I've noticed about your band, which is quite rare in music, all four of you sing.
Yeah, we all four sing. I do all the lead vocals, but everybody sings harmonies and stuff. Some nights we'll do some songs where John will sing or Ben will sing the lead on it, and I'll just take a break from singing for a minute and play guitar. But man, it goes back to the Beatles, man. And sitting around listening to those records and learning how to sing harmony with those records.
I think harmonies make a band, to be honest, and when you've got all four people singing, it's quite a rare beast, yeah. Please tell us, Blackstone Cherry are now they're in your 10th year, yeah? Tell us some of the bands that you supported along the way to get where you are.
Man, we've opened up from everybody from like country artists like John Fritz's dad and the Kentucky Headhunters and southern rock bands like Jackal and Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers to Superjoint Ritual and Anthrax and but some of the big ones we toured with are Nickelback, Def Leppard, Whitesnake, Alter Bridge, Stained in the States, Three Doors Down in the States. They're still really big there. We've opened for ZZ Top.
Cool.
It's we've been
pretty endless, really, isn't it? Yeah. But now you're headlining yourself.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the Practice House, please.
Man, the Practice House is a house that's on John Fritz's parents' or his grandparents' farm rather, and it's where me and John Fritz started playing together. It's where his dad and uncle and their cousins started playing, back in the 60s, and it's just an old farmhouse, just like an old tenant house, and it's kind of pretty run down. We got posters on the wall of Sun House and all these great blues artists, and you know what I mean, like everything from like there's a picture of Joe Cocker and it goes all the way back to there's some Lou Reed stuff in there. There's everything in that house. Something
I'd like to ask you about your Trans Am.
Man, I used to have it. I don't have it anymore, man.
Oh.
It was it sucks. I had to get rid of it. It was a money pit, but dude, that car was awesome. It's my favorite car I've ever had.
And it was a Smoking in the Bandit one.
Yeah, it was a Smoking in the Bandit one, and it was like it needed a paint job. It was half the car was primer, half of it was original paint, but it was all faded and just worn out looking. But I love that car, man.
Now you're one of these rare singers that actually plays the guitar as well. But usually, when I see a guitar around a singer's neck, he's just doing it for a bit of rhythm, a bit of joining. You're actually a very, very good lead guitarist in your own right.
Well, thank you very much. Man, it's because I was a guitar player before I was a singer. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to sing. I never did want to sing for the band. I didn't want to be the band singer.
But you're glad you did now.
And some days, but they kind of forced me into it, and I was like, all right, I'm still playing my guitar though. So what I mean. I sing so I can play guitar, I guess.
So you put your foot down.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving this up.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to make any more of those videos? Because I love them. Because you guys, you all look so happy, and you're a cheeky monkey as well. You are. So your videos always just make me smile. You got any more lined up?
We haven't been recording much on this tour. I got sick, and we had to cancel 2 shows of the European leg in Germany. But so we, it's kind of been quiet on the bus, and everybody's been kind of relaxing. Trying to get my throat back, but I'm sure there'll be something posted before the end of this tour.
Excellent.
Now, I've been reading a hell of a lot about your new album. Yeah, this is quite a special album, this is going to be. Please tell us about it, because it's different to any album I've heard before, the making of it.
We did this record with Howard Benson in L.A. at Bay 7 Studios, and he's got an amazing team of engineers and techs down there. And, we wrote some songs with some outside writers and stuff. And, we were off basically a whole year to write and record that record, which is a long time to be off for us. We're normally touring relentlessly. But it was just, I think this time around, even though we wrote with outside writers and all that stuff, I think it's one of the first times you get to hear the band come across as, more or less not messed with much. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the ideas we had are the ideas that ended up on the CD, to where, in other albums, we would get in the studio and we would think about stuff too much and change it. And, we kind of knew in our minds what we wanted from the record. But with this record, we were like, let's just make a kick-ass rock and roll record, that covers all the bases.
But you holed up for nearly a year, didn't you, to write the songs, essentially?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We spent, we did a Motorhead tour in December in Germany of 2009, and then had all of 2010 off, basically. Right,
Chris.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this one?
Go for it.
What's your favourite fish?
To eat or catch?
Up to you.
I'm honestly, they're both, like, I'm a big catfish guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love catfish.
Oh, because you're from the southern states.
Yeah, southern states. You bread it, deep fried, it's good.
We've never had a catfish.
No, we haven't.
You're the first catfish.
We asked them, what is your favourite fish? It was difficult asking Walter Trout, though, I can tell you.
Walter Trout. Stop waffling, woman. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Robertson from Black Stone Cherry. Chris, thank you very much indeed.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.